Oh no! It's recording! Ah!
Oh
Guys!
Brittany!
Guys, it's recording!
Brittany, hurry!
Sorry, guys. Whew, I'm out of breath. Sorry, we were walking our fish.
Jimmy says,
That's fish for high.
You're right.
Anyways, I'm Brittany.
And I'm Ashley.
And this is
Bell Talk.
Alright, guys. So today we are continuing our basics of music. And today we're going to be talking about notes. Woohoo! Notes. Alright, so last time we talked about measures, right? So these things that kind of look like dots, they tell you how long the note is going to be played. So the first one is a whole note. So whenever you think of, I don't know, a whole. Oh, okay. So think of a pizza, right? If it's like this, it's a whole pizza, right? Well, I mean, it's not going to be this big. It's going to be a big pizza, right? But if there's none part of it missing, it's going to be the whole pizza, right? So think of that. That means, or the whole note means that it gets played throughout the entire measure. So if there's a measure of 4/4, then it's going to be played, that one note is going to be played for four beats. So Ash, do you want to sing for that? Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Whole note gets 4.
That's a whole note. It goes all throughout the measure. Alright, so the next thing is a half note. So if you can imagine, you have the whole note, next is the half note, right? So it's half of the measure. So if you have 4 beats in a measure, how many is half? 2.
I'm smart.
Okay, so Ash is gonna sing it again. Ready? 1, 2.
Half note, half note.
So it's 2 beats. So it's da da in a 4-beat measure. Yeah. In a 4-beat measure. Okay. So I have a little saying that will help you remember more of these things for these next ones. So think of some of your favorite sodas. Like, what's your favorite soda, Ash?
I like Coke.
Really?
Yeah.
I like Pepsi.
And Dr. Pepper.
Which is what we're going to be using to remember these things. So your quarter note. So whenever you think of $1, right? How many quarters are in $1? Quattro, 4. So remember, wait, what am I saying?
Remember, 4 quarters equals $1. Math.
So let's say that a measure is $1, right? So that means how many quarters are in that $1? 4. So there's gonna be 4 beats in that one measure. So we'll remember that. I'll keep talking about this. All right, and the next one is gonna be eighth notes. So it's gonna be similar to that. So we have 4 beats in a measure, right? And there's gonna be beats in between these. So instead of it being 1, 2, 3, 4, it's gonna be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and.
I thought you were going to go faster.
No. Okay. Anyway, so I'll show you how to remember that. I just want to go over it first. And then the next thing, we're not really going to be playing these because those are a little bit harder, but it's good for you to still know. They're called 16th notes. So you have your 4 beats, right? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now, in between each beat, you're going to have 4. Or no. Technically, you're going to have 4 all together until you go to the next one. So it's going to be 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a, 4E and a. So we're not going to really be doing those, but it's good just to remember them. But there's a good way to remember them, so don't worry. You're going to like this. So we talked about sodas, right? So just remember, Coke, Pepsi, Dr. Pepper. So, Coke. Ready? Coke, 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 Coke. Pepsi, 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 Pepsi. Dr. Pepper, Dr. Pepper, Dr. Pepper, Dr. Pepper, Coke. Yeah. So just remember that. Sorry, I don't know why I started over.
Coke is the quarter note.
Mm-hmm.
Pepsi is the 8th note,
C.
and Dr. Pepper is
Dr.
the 16th
Pepper.
notes.
Yeah. All right. So those are going to be the notes that we're going to be playing throughout the music. So, pop quiz here. I moved the camera. Sorry. So if you're at home watching this, let's see if you can recognize what those are. Answer to yourself. Ashley, answer it.
I think it's a Coke.
It's Coke. They're quarter notes. Quarter notes, because you see how there's 4 of them in one measure? So it's Coke, 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 just like that. All right, so now that we've gone over that, if you have any questions about that, go ahead and talk to us if you need it, or if you need to. The next thing we're gonna cover
Our rests.
are rests. So just like how you play stuff like this for these notes, you're gonna have times where you're not gonna play anything, and those are called rests. So the first kind of rest is exactly like this one. Remember how it's the whole pizza, so you're gonna hold it for the whole measure, except you're gonna rest for the entire measure. The way that you can remember how it looks like is if you're digging a hole. I don't know if you can see it from there, but it looks like it's a hole. So that helps. Helps you remember.
It's a whole rest.
It's a whole rest. So you rest for the entire measure. The next thing is a half rest. So if you can see it from over there, I don't know, it looks like a little hat.
Oh, sorry. Just like this one.
Yeah, it looks like a hat. Just like that.
Except not.
Except it's not a cowboy hat. Anyways. So these half rests
I'm a ninja.
are going to be exactly like your half notes, except you're not going to play for anything. So let's say that you have a half note in one measure on beat 1. So since half of the measure is, so if you have 4 beats, half of the measure is going to be 2. So you're not going to play for beats 1 and 2. And you can remember it because it looks like a hat. Hat, half. Hat, half. Remember that. And then just like the quarter note, you're going to have your quarter rest, which is going to be, sorry, my legs are in the way, which is going to be just like the Coke, 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 except you're not going to play anything. So it's just going to be silent and really awkward like this. Okay. And how do you remember that, Ash?
It's the only one that looks weird.
It's the only one that looks
That's how
squiggly.
I remember it. It's just by itself.
It's the only one that
It
looks
has
like
no
that.
friends.
That's so sad. Okay, so, and then we talked about our 8th notes. So we're gonna have our 8th rest. So you can kind of think of them going together, because if you look at your 8th note, they usually have one little
Tail.
and then your 8th rest is gonna have a little tail too. So that's how you remember those. Yes, they are BFFs. Sadly, the quarter note doesn't have a BFF. Tear. Lastly, we're gonna go over our 16th rests. So just like this one, there's 2 tails, and this one has 2 tails. So
Wow.
the 16th rest is gonna be pretty much the same as the 16th note. Alright, so if you need any help with this or have any questions, talk to us and we'll gladly go over it with you. That's it for this video. We will see y'all later. Bye!
See ya on the flippity flip.